Like, I don't know, it's gonna sound really silly, or like I'm just way too sensitive. But it's like, I don't know, I'm just gonna talk. Like, if anyone watches this, just try not to judge me. I'm just going through a bit of a hard time. I'm just trying to get a little better. But yeah, like, I just came back from the movies. It was fun. I watched Ant-Man and, I don't know, Quantumania or something, and it was really fun. It was a nice distraction. And I've been having some good days this week, and I'm gonna try to post more about it, because sometimes I feel bad, but the only times that I journal, the only times I do things, it's when I'm feeling down. And it's normal, because that's when you really need it. But it's like I have so much that I don't talk about, the good things. Like, I have a kind of like a gratitude journal. I try to meditate. I don't know. I really try so hard in my recovery, and I face so many demons or things inside my head and in my body, and no one ever sees. And I try really hard to just be positive on the outside and to not affect anyone, because I know what it's like to be affected when people are angry at you, or they lash out, or they have their struggles but they don't get help for it. Like, I think my sister and mom, maybe they struggle with BPD, I don't know. But they're the type that don't believe in counseling and stuff like that, so they don't get help for it. So then it's like everyone around them just kind of pays the price. Sorry, just want to make sure there's some privacy. And I know they do their best. Like, my sister, she has a really bad health condition, and somewhat it's a little bit better under control. I don't know. I don't know how we got this way. We used to be at least a lot better when I was younger. And it's like we've just become so separate. We've become so, like, we're each other's enemies. I don't know. We barely get along. And I love them so much. I'm grateful I have a mom, a sister, a dad. We're all we have here where I live. All our relatives, they're either in a different country, or we're not close, or I don't know, the relationship is just not very real, or whatever. Sorry. When I cry, I just need to blow my nose, so excuse me. Sorry if it's gross. It's just that I can't breathe or talk if I don't. And if anyone out there struggles with anxiety or panic attacks and things, I don't know if you struggle like this or what it looks like for you. But it sucks because I'm also an HSP. I'm a highly sensitive person, and so everything, good or bad, like, it just hits me more than maybe other people. Like, I try really hard to be empathetic and understanding, and, I try really hard to function well as I can, but it's hard. And I used to self-harm, I used to cope in different ways, and I try really hard not to go back into those ways. Like, right now, I was just so triggered, and I was feeling so down that I just wanted to, like, I wanted to hurt myself in the sense that I wanted to, like, I don't know, like, when I'm really down, like, I grab my skin really tight, or I try to, like, I don't know. But I try very hard not to hurt myself, to be kind to myself as I can. Which is hard, because, like, I had fun, and, I just get really triggered whenever I have to ask my mom or dad for something. Like, I know I'm an adult now, and I'm trying to become independent again. But it's just hard for once, because, like, I do get support from them, but at the same time, I don't. And for one, they shame me a lot because I'm not able to drive right now. I don't have my license. I have to get it again. I get driving anxiety, so for now, like, I'm not exposed enough to actually be driving full time. or get my second license. I don't know. So it's hard for one, which I get. Like, it's a part of adulting, being able to drive, being able to be independent, especially depending where you live. If there's no transit, or if there is, but kind of far away. Like, but it's hard because you get a lot of shame for not being able to drive. And it's hard because you have to ask for rights, or you have to figure it out. And it sucks because it makes it feel like a burden. And I really want to overcome that phobia. But, like, right now, it's not my priority. Right now, school and some other things are my priority. So I'm trying to focus on something else right now. And I really want to change certain root beliefs I have about myself that are positive or negative. Sorry. Which is hard because, like, and I don't mean to be, like, a brat or ungrateful, because, like, I know there's so many things, like, so many people struggling out there with basic needs, like food and water, but it's, like, that doesn't diminish my own struggles or problems. We all have our challenges, and obviously, like, someone always has it worse, but at the same time, it's, like, this shouldn't limit the empathy or the, like, validation of your own problems, so I don't know. I overthink, and it's really helped to get out of the house more, to be volunteering, to try to go for long walks, somewhat eating healthier, exercising more. I still need to work on my sleep because I sleep pretty late. I oversleep or I undersleep. Like, it's not very stable, which is not good. And when I get little sleep, I get kind of more depressed, or depends. I'm not perfect. I try to be a good person. And, even little things, like, right now I'm currently 23, and, I don't know, for some reason lately, my mom or my dad, they make me feel bad, because, like, I get they mean it in a good way, like, oh, I have so many good qualities and good things, and I don't bring them out enough, or whatever. Like, I have so much capacity and capability that it's like, I don't know, it's a shame, I guess, who my friends are, or like I'm not doing enough, and I get it. But I wish they were able to see how much I'm doing in my own way. Sorry. I wish they could see everything I do to try to keep myself together. It sucks, because with an invisible illness, people aren't able to see your struggles, So once you do counseling with them, or you have a close relationship, it's like they're not able to see it. And it can be really isolating. Because very few times I go to my mom when I'm crying, very few times. And not everyone has any relationship that they're able to do that either, right? But it's like, it's just hard, because it's like I'm already trying to do so much to get better. Like, I was in a hospital earlier this year, on the 4th of January, for a day or something. And I went because I was really struggling with my thoughts, and trigger warning, but I was kind of suicidal. I was just really needing to talk to a professional, talk to someone, because I was in no therapy, no mental health supports for a couple months since I moved back to the province where I'm living. So it wasn't good, because I was just coping on my own. And I've been really isolated the past 3 years, where there was no mental health supports, and I don't know, just, it was hard. I've had a lot of, like, huge life changes and some trauma, and, like, in general, things that I've been coping with, and I just want to be stable. Like, I just want to settle down somewhere. I want to stop moving so much. Moving cities, moving houses, this, that. I want to try to apply for income support, or, like, some welfare, even if there's a huge stigma about it. Because it's not that I don't want to work. It's not that I can't necessarily keep a job. It's just that my mental health gets bad, and I'm not able to have something always. And I need to have something as I guess, horrible, or I don't know, whatever you want to judge. Like, I just need something where if I'm struggling, I'm not gonna be homeless, you know, or I'm not gonna have to move back in with my family because I love them, but it affects me a lot because it can be toxic at times. And even when it's not toxic, like, it triggers me a lot because we have very different personalities. Like, my mom, I love her a lot, but she struggles with so many health conditions, like chronic health, and I don't know how she does it. I really do have a lot of empathy for her. I wish I could help her more. She doesn't really take care of her health. She doesn't go to counseling, which I understand it's not for everyone. She's, I don't know, maybe she's not agoraphobic, but she basically kind of lives like that, where she's just almost stuck inside 24/7, and I worry about her health. I don't know, sorry. I'm really grateful for a lot of privileges. Like, they brought me from the country I was born in to, like, a different country, and I don't know, it's hard to not feel guilt sometimes, because as an immigrant, you feel guilt when you're not doing enough, and the opportunities they gave you and everything, like, it's, I don't know, sorry, it's just a lot of pressure sometimes, you know, it's hard, there's just so much, and, excuse if my thoughts are all over the place, but, I don't know, like, they were just kind of talking about how I have so much capabilities and so much, and he was just kind of saying how, like, oh, I need to, or I should be taking more, I don't know, in Spanish it would be like provecho, I don't know in English what it would be, like, I need to get more benefit out of my looks, or like I need to dress up better, like I need to look more presentable, or I don't know, like, he means it in a good way. My mom has been saying that lately, I don't know why, because I used to wear makeup, I used to, like, in high school and everything, I guess I've never really been fancy to do my hair like all the girls on social media who are not fake, but they worry more about their looks. And, like, yeah, obviously, like, I do struggle with my hair because it's really frizzy and it's hard to maintain, and I do occasionally, like, put it in a braid or do things with it, but it's like, why am I being judged on my looks? Like, why? I know they mean well, but it's like, why do I have to look a certain way to be good enough? I know they mean it in the sense of, like, oh, I don't know, like, obviously, the more good looking you are, the more you care about your presentation, the better. You know, just kind of saying how I'm letting myself go. Like, yeah, I have gained weight over the past few years. For one, it was because, I don't know, with my sister, she always ordered junk food on and off before, so it was hard not to avoid it. And, in general, like, we eat kind of healthy, but we don't eat enough fruits and vegetables. Like, I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Also with genetics, like, I'm more, being Hispanic, like, it's more common for me to be overweight than it is not to, you know? And it runs in my family in some ways. So yeah, I have some things against me also. I'm on medication, so I don't think it has to do with the weight, but maybe it's harder to lose weight with it. I don't know. So anyways, I'm trying to be more healthy, and I know they mean well, they care about it. And obviously I care more about those things too. I don't want to be judged, or in general. But it's like, sometimes it's just hard, because it's like, why can't I just be good enough as I am? Like, I know my sister has had it a lot harder growing up. Someone, not deserved, but because she's always been more rebellious to this day, like, but it's like, why can't I just be good enough? Like, yeah, I used to wear makeup. My sister, she used to have this ex that was not very nice. They were pretty abusive. They were a jerk. And he used to have this rule where we just couldn't wear makeup. We had to look a certain way and stuff whenever I would hang out with her and, like, her ex and whatever. So yeah, I stopped wearing makeup at some point because like, I would feel so ugly when I took off my makeup. I would feel ugly. Like, I couldn't stare at myself. I couldn't feel beautiful anymore. Like, I've had low self-esteem on and off, you know? And that's why I stopped wearing makeup at some point, because I'm like, I don't want to feel hideous when I take off my makeup and see my face. So that's why I stopped wearing makeup. I might occasionally do eyebrows, chapstick, like very little. And I know in society it's like how you look is basically your worth, which is horrible because obviously your heart, the things you do, your personality matters. But I get it, it's obvious we get judged. But it's like, I don't know, I know what I mean. Well, they're like, oh, yeah. But it's like little comments like that sometimes make me feel like, okay, I'm volunteering. I try to do random acts of kindness. I try to do things. I get looks, health, everything. All of that matters. But it's like, why can't you see all the things I'm trying to do? It's good in the community, good for me, instead of trying to judge me for the things that I'm not. And I don't mean to sound shallow or anything. I know they mean well, like they're. But it's like sometimes I get less kind reminders from them. Or life lessons than I do about the things that I am doing. Like, yeah, the house is usually always messy, and I try to maintain it. I try to keep it clean. I'm always the nicest. See, it's not tissue paper, it's just some skin on my nose, whatever. I try to be the nicest to my dad, when my mom and sister tend to be more mean to him, or they don't get along well. They don't really appreciate his sacrifices with work, like being more of the breadwinner, whatever. And I'm always the nicest to him. And then he's the one that snaps at me whenever he's